Previously on Anime Addicts.
How's it going? Ah!
Does it still hold up after all these years?
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet.
Hello, reviewer.
Who is this?
I have your friend. Come along and bring your deck. Welcome. Let's duel.
This isn't a building. This is a garage. Are you some kind of steel bird?
That's right. And I only have two reasons why I'm here. One, for to beat down the boss, and two, because of this Yu-Gi-Oh hater here who won't shut up!
My draw. I activate Swords of Revealing Light.
So, after saving the world, Yugi heads to a museum to find answers about Yami's past. Then Yugi faces a new threat.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire? This is the same thing as the last two seasons!
When Yugi faces some guy named Gurumo, this new threat starts in the form of the Seal of Orichalcos. The gist of this card is that it boosted its monster power, and that it can't be removed until the duel ends. And the loser gets their soul captured.
Now your swords are gone. I will now use Swift Birdman Joe. I end my turn.
My draw. I summon Goblinberg in attack mode, and I'll use a special ability to summon a level 4 or lower monster from my hand. Tenkabito Shien. Then I'll overlay my two monsters in order to exceed summon Gagaga Cowboy in defense mode.
After Yugi beats Gurumo, our heroes must stop this new threat. So Yami and Yugi go to Arthur and Rebecca Hawkins for help. Then Yugi and Yami wind up in a dual spirit world, and that's where Yugi and Yami find a way to fight up our villains for the season. And that's in the form of dragons. So the antagonist for this series is called Darts, whose goal is to summon the Great Leviathan so that evils of mankind can be eradicated and begin anew. We also find out that he's an Atlantean who once took on the Pharaoh but failed because of the dragons.
This is gonna be Lord Il Palazzo all over again, isn't it?
So, here's the gist of the story. Yugi must stop Darts from summoning Leviathan, must beat other duelists that work for him, find the dragons, and put up with Kaiba's ego babbling.
My draw. Now I'll remove one overlay unit from Gagaga Cowboy and attack you for 800 of your life points. Then I'll place the card face down and end my turn.
I then equip Joe with Gust Fan. It gains 400 attack but sadly loses 200 defense.
Attack his life points directly!
I activate Magic Cylinder. And your monster's attack points is the same amount of life points you will lose.
I place 2 cards face down and then my turn.
My draw. Before I continue, I just have one question. How did you get here? I mean, it's not like you got here by bus. And even if you did, the anime characters here are quite unstable, structure-wise.
Shut up and play the bloody game!
Would you like to know? I guess it's like this. Ever wondered what would happen if you lost the duel to me?
Brand new car?
What? No!
I'm kidding. I guess, we switch bodies or something?
Bingo! Or at least I think that's what happens.
We're out of here, reviewer.
Hold on a moment. Behold! My flaming flush combo!
3 Akazis and 3 Hinotamas? Uh-oh.
Open fire!
No!
And that's game.
Now, where were we?
So after battling Darts' men, finding dragons, losing Yugi's soul, leaving Yami as the only one in his body, they finally meet Darts.
Now on to Season 5. Well, I hope you're happy, analyst. So, after some filler and taking on a Duel Monsters World Championships, Yugi and his friends head to Egypt in order to save the world.
As you may expect, Bakura is the antagonist for this season. He's hell-bent on getting his hands on all 7 Millennium items and ruling Egypt, and possibly the world.
After exploring more about the Pharaoh's past, we get to see the part where Yami and Bakura are in a high-stakes duel with hourglasses, stone tablets, and all 7 Millennium items within the game.
Bakura then uses a ritual that summons a monster called Zork, a big dark monster with horns, wings, a tail, and dragon...
Is that his penis?
Either that or he's really riding up a giant snake monster. But that's probably not the case. They were clearly pulling a Pazuzu.
Anyway, the Pharaoh finally finds out who his real name is, and by doing so, he uses that name to fuse the 3 Egyptian god cards into the Creator of Light, Horakhti. And with that, Zork is defeated and the world is safe. Again! So, Yugi and Atem, yes, that's his real name, folks, places all 7 Millennium items into the slots of the Millennium Stone. But in order to seal it all, someone must defeat the Pharaoh. The conclusion? Pharaoh and Yugi face off in a duel.
This is one of the best moments in the show because, well, let me explain. Many fans would probably mention how Yugi always relies on the Pharaoh to win duels. And whether it's true or not, this duel is not the case. The fact that Yugi is dueling someone who's helped him throughout the series is an interesting twist, and if Yugi wins this duel, that would prove that he is in fact the king of games. Or the Pharaoh just went easy on him. Nah, I'm pretty sure they had that don't hold back speech. Anyway, the Pharaoh rests in peace, and Yugi and his friends go back home. The end.
Finally. This is the most boring as batshit show I've ever watched.
And pray tell why?
It was nothing more than an overbearing, over-glorified commercial. All we were watching was anime characters playing a card game. I can pretty much watch the same thing at my local hobby shop or just simply watch it on YouTube.
You know, analyst, this anime has a lot of good stuff.
What good stuff?
Well, first off, it made a stable for the franchise. Kids watch the shows and have a clue on how to play the card game. Though the characters can be obnoxious and annoying, with the exception of Yugi, they also understand the value of friendship. And the stuff there, it creates a bit of atmosphere, suspense and thrills. Basically, it has good storylines. The monsters themselves are interesting in design. Some not so much, but hey, these things are bound to happen.
That doesn't count. What about substance?
What anime have you been watching?
Well, not this one, because this one sucks!
Typical. But before I make a conclusion, there's one thing that needs to be mentioned.
Such as?
Well, I'll let Annie Mae answer that.
About that, boys. In 1998, there was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0. This season explains Yugi and his beginnings. The difference? Instead of a half-hour card game, it was about a boy who was demonically possessed by a pharaoh and killed violent gangsters and bad guys with his dark powers. You know, for kids.
Should I mention the movie? Which apparently sucked.
So, since the analyst isn't on board with this, I will give it my own seal of approval. After the original series, many other versions came after, which we might review.
Get out!
And after I saved your sorry ass. Well, I hope you enjoyed the Yu-Gi-Oh! Month. I'm the Reminisce Reviewer. I reminisce so you don't miss.
No, I'm the anime analyst. If it's anime I've seen, and I don't want to see this one ever again, I'll just pick at it. Why does everyone... How can something be taken so seriously? Oh my god!